Look, there are thousands and thousands of internet marketers out here today, but when it comes to innovation, I'd say Matt Gray is at the top of that fucking list. This guy is so dialed when it comes to getting clients, getting attention, and just his whole business from A to Z. And so, I mean, this intrigued me, so I spent hours upon hours analyzing and breaking everything down. And I squished it all into this fucking chart right here that you're looking at, and I'm about to walk you through it, okay? So let's just jump straight into it. So who even is Matt Gray? He's, typical online guru who's running a business, helping people grow their business, helping founders grow their business by, systems, helping them grow their personal brand, that type of thing. Just, broadly helping people, get more clients, make more money. And so he's been able to generate around $14 million within the past year or so. And it's not by accident. Like, this guy is really dialed. And so it all starts with the way you're generating attention. How is Matt Gray getting attention? Is he paying for it? No. Okay. He does not pay for ads. He doesn't run any sort of ads. Everything is organic, and it's because of his content strategy. Nobody else is doing what he's doing when it comes to content, and you're about to see why. Okay. And so he is following around 2 million people across all platforms. He's posting across 5 platforms. Instagram has a following around 800K people, YouTube 100K people, Twitter 300K, LinkedIn 600K, and TikTok around 100K. Okay. And so let's break down each platform one by one and the exact strategy he's leveraging on each platform. Okay. And so when it comes to Instagram, first of all, what purpose does Instagram serve in his business? He's posting broad content on Instagram. He's not really posting a niche sort of content. He's just posting broad business content. And so he's leveraging Instagram to get more people on him, more eyeballs, brand awareness, to get millions of eyeballs on his personal brand. Okay. And he's also posting valuable content alongside lead magnets to nurture and build goodwill with his audience. And also, the main call to action he leverages is to his newsletter and to his free trainings, which I'm about to show you. Okay. But what is the specific content strategy he uses on Instagram? Like I said, it's broad content, motivation, business, viable content, reels, carousels, and pictures. And I'm about to show you something crazy that he does with these specific formats. And also, he posts around 1 to 3 posts per day, which is a lot of volume. And he mixes all of the content types. Okay. And he also leverages stories to provide more value, give more lead magnets, and make call to actions. And I'm about to show you how he does that. An interesting insight. So when it comes to his content creation, 90% of his content creation is fully automated. And I'm talking reels, videos, not just, like fucking little carousels where like little graphics. No. He completely removed himself from the reels, okay? Which is insane, which is groundbreaking. And so how did he do that? Well, you've probably came across this content. Essentially what it is you have two variants of it. So the first variant is this motion style graphic content, okay? And so what it is this is a reel, but it's just a fucking screenshot I took. You've probably seen it where it's like these motion graphics and it has his voice talking over it, okay? And you're probably thinking to yourself, well, he still has to record a voiceover, right? Wrong, okay? He leverages a tool, I'm assuming he does, okay? A tool called 11 Labs, which is like an AI voice synthesizer tool where you just like record your voice once and it has your voice stored in there forever, and you can prompt in whatever the fuck you want, and it's gonna have your voice reading it out. Okay. And so what he does is he has these motion graphics with his voice reading over it, but he's not even the one talking, it's AI. Okay. And so he's fully removed himself from the content creation process, and this is basically the same thing. Instead of it being these motion graphics, it's just B-roll footage of himself. Okay. And so I'm telling you, more and more people are going to start leveraging this format of fully removing themselves from short-form content. And if you're any sort of short-form content agency right now, I'd highly recommend you start selling this. This is an AI scaling system you can easily sell for upwards of 10 grand if you package it into an AI scaling system, which we're teaching people how to do in our free community, first link in the description. Okay. And so this is not little news. He's fully removed himself from the content creation process. Okay. And so that's just the reels. When it comes to carousels, it's nothing new. He has social media managers creating these graphics and also posting them alongside some copy. And so what are the call to actions he's making? Like I said, one of the call to actions is to his newsletter, which I'm going to break down in just a little, and also to book a consultation call with his team. Okay. And this is just his strategy when it comes to posting on Instagram. What about his stories? Okay. And so what he does is he posts lifestyle content, just building familiarity with his audience, building more rapport with them. He also gives away a lot of lead magnets. Okay. And so he makes a simple call to action, and what his lead magnet actually looks like is he does something very unique with him. So typically when you click on somebody's call to action to get a lead magnet, what it looks like is you first have to put in your email to get access to it. He just fucking completely discarded that. He just gives the lead magnet away completely for free. Okay, and the reason is because he already has 140,000 people on his email list. He doesn't need more people. What he needs is higher quality people, people with more intent, people who are on the email list because they actually want to fucking be on there, not because they just put their information in to get this free gift. Okay. Because whenever you put the opt-in form in front of a lead magnet, people are only giving their email to you because they want this free gift, not because they want to be on your email list. And so he doesn't need more people. He just gave it, and he says, hey, if you like what you see, I can give you more of that if you subscribe. Okay. And so this is something that I haven't seen anybody else do, and it's fucking smart. He's smart, bro. And so he posts motivation, vibes, content, call to action to his webinar, which I'm going to show you what the webinar is later on, and also social proof. Okay. And so what does this do? It builds goodwill, gives him more leads when people opt into, his email list or his webinar, and also builds credibility. Okay. And so that's what he does with the stories. And the call to actions he makes on Instagram, like I said, is his newsletter. He does it, sometimes in his stories, sometimes on the side of his posts. Call to action to book a consultation call, and also, to go to the webinar and to consume that. Okay, which is down here, which we're going to go into later. And so that's his Instagram strategy. Like I said, biggest takeaways is, hey, he fucking completely removed himself in the content creation process. And also, he's providing a lot of value, a lot of lead magnets, okay, a lot of tangible assets to his audience. And so that's Instagram. Next is YouTube. What is he doing when it comes to YouTube? Well, what is the purpose of his YouTube? Like I said, it's the same thing as Instagram. You can think of his YouTube as a long form version of his Instagram. Okay, he posts broad content aiming for lots of people to see it, valuable content, a lot of lead magnets, and call to action to opt into his newsletter or training. Except the only difference is that he's posting long form content on here because it's YouTube, and so he's getting more people to spend more time with him. Okay. And so it's high quality, broad business mindset content, and he's posting around 2 videos per month. Okay. And the reason for this is because the content he posts is fucking high quality. Okay, so it's going to appeal to more people. And so, there is actual production that goes into it. There is an actual team that's needed to create this content because it's very high quality content. He has a very high quality brand, a very aesthetic brand. Okay. And so, how does he get leads from YouTube? Well, it all starts with his YouTube description. Okay. And so how does he actually structure his YouTube description, and what is his actual strategy? And so, first he summarizes the video, could be for, building rapport or SEO purposes. He also, in every video, gives away a lead magnet. Okay. And it's always a different lead magnet. He makes so many fucking lead magnets. This guy is just giving away value on top of value. He's like Hormozy 2.0. He also adds in every description a call to action to his newsletter. Okay. And you're going to see, a big pattern with his newsletter. It's always a call to action, and you're going to see why. And he also has a link to his webinar, which is another thing I'm going to break down. He has some, SEO stuff, which he has, probably has a team for that, and also his socials. Okay. So it's a very, very simple structure, and he repeats it in every video. He just switches up the lead magnet, and he always gives away the lead magnet. And so that's his YouTube strategy. Basically same thing as Instagram, except it's just long form version of Instagram. Okay, so next is his Twitter strategy, and this is actually where I first originally discovered him. And what is the purpose of Twitter? You can think of it again, same thing as Instagram and YouTube, except now it's in tweet format. And so broad content and valuable content, and driving traffic to his newsletter and training. Okay, and so when it comes to strategy, he posts a lot of motivational threads and tweets and a call to action under every post to his newsletter. Okay, and sometimes his webinar. And so these are types of tweets he posts, 8 marketing lessons or 8 life lessons or, stuff like that. And he always has a call to action under every post saying, the same exact words, just copy and paste this under every post, driving traffic to his newsletter. Okay. It's very straightforward. That's, just same thing as Instagram and YouTube, except it's on Twitter. Okay. Pretty straightforward. And so what about LinkedIn? The purpose of his LinkedIn is same thing, except now it's on LinkedIn. And so he mainly just posts a lot of broad motivation value, long form posts. Okay. Everything is long form. But the difference is, okay, this is where it gets different. This is where it gets, kind of unique, where it is instead of making all the call to actions to his newsletter, he makes every call to action to his YouTube. Okay. Since he has such a large following on LinkedIn, and he probably wants them to spend more time with him. So what does he do? He drives that traffic to YouTube, okay, where they're able to consume more long form content, where from there only the people with the highest intent, okay, will go and opt into his newsletter. Because remember, he has a city on his email list. He has 140,000 people. He doesn't need 20,000 more people who, just started their SMMA journey. No. What he needs is high quality people who actually want to be on the email list because, they want to buy sometime down the line. Okay. And so what does he do? He gets them to spend more time with him by driving the traffic from LinkedIn over to his YouTube. Okay. And so this is a chess move that he made. This is where, it gets strategical. That's something that you got to see for your own self, and you got to analyze. Hey, and what I'm assuming here is that, a lot of his LinkedIn followers weren't the highest quality when he was driving them to his email list. And so what he did was he redirected it to his YouTube, which is pretty smart. Okay. And so that's that. Call to action to the YouTube channel. Now TikTok, this is the last platform, and this is just the same thing as Instagram essentially. He just takes the content from Instagram, short form content, and posts it onto TikTok. Same thing, broad content, valuable content, and the call to action is to his workshop. It's just a link in his bio, and just broad motivational content, just another platform to have on there to increase his omnipresence. Okay, which is to his webinar. But when it comes to like all the platforms in general, the reason why he's able to do this is, one, like I said, because he removed himself from the content creation process, but also because of the way he repurposes content. Okay, so this is his content calendar he posted, if you're interested in it. But what he has something called a content waterfall system, where he posts a foundational piece of content, like a thread on Twitter, and what he does is he takes that one thread, okay, and he repurposes it into different formats across different platforms. Okay, and so he's really fucking systematized the shit out of his content. This is why he's so much better than everyone else, because he's able to pump out 10x more content than everyone else, because he systematized the shit out of it. Okay, and so Matt Gray has built an omnipresent content empire. But how? The three pillars is automation, quality, and broad value. Okay, the broad value that he gives out. And so when it comes to automation, the way he's able to automate his content and just fucking systematize the shit out of it is, one, AI, specifically the 11 Labs AI tool, which he uses as a way to have his voice over the reels. And so he's completely removed himself from that format of content, and also his system for repurposing content, his content waterfall system. Okay, and so when it comes to quality, he probably, I'd assume, has a large team of a high quality production team, where first of all, the content is aesthetically pleasing. Okay, as you can see with all the thumbnails, kind of like every single post, every single picture, it follows a pattern. Okay, it kind of has the same color combinations, the same kind of aesthetic of outside nature, fucking meditation, hippie shit. I'm joking. But it's aesthetically pleasing, and also consistency, and just pure sheer volume of content, okay? And also being consistent with his brand, and also every single piece of content is consistent with the quality and the value that he provides, okay? And also broad value, his content appeals to a lot of people, okay? And you only want to do this if you can serve everybody. If you're only selling a product or service that's like above 10 grand, then you should not be making this type of content that appeals to everybody. You should be making specific content that only appeals to your target customer. And so the value for people at every stage of their business, because he has a product for people in every stage of the business, which I'm going to go deeper in later. And so most of the time, Matt is driving traffic to one of two places. One is his newsletter, and the purpose of the newsletter is to keep providing value and moving you down the funnel, okay? And so he has digital products, which is low ticket, and he also has consultation and master classes, where he gives you the opportunity to buy a mid-ticket or high-ticket product, okay? And so he has different price points for people who are in different stages of their journey, okay? The second thing he's driving traffic to is his master class, basically a webinar, okay? And so I actually don't know exactly what he talks about, but this is what I'd guess how it's structured, okay? So there's a very high chance that this is how the master class is structured. First, he introduces himself, gives his backstory, tells people who he is, builds rapport with his audience. Second, he identifies limiting beliefs, that his audience is having. Third, he breaks those limiting beliefs, gives them a new opportunity. Fourth, he provides value. Fifth, I don't know why this is indented, just ignore that. Fifth, he presents an obstacle in the way of their goals. Sixth, he presents an offer where he can help them overcome the obstacle, okay, which they got to pay money for, which is 7, where he gives them the opportunity to book a call or convert them on that offer. Okay, that's just me guessing. That's how I would go about it. And so even if the people don't buy on the call, they're added to his newsletter, okay, where he can keep on nurturing them. So every time he makes a call to action to his webinar, to his, masterclass, he's basically, making a call to action to his newsletter, because when people put in their info, they're automatically added to his newsletter. Okay. And so when it comes to his brand, he does something very well that Hormozi has also mastered. Okay. It's the art of creating content that's valuable to everybody. Okay. And so he has content that is valuable to beginners, intermediates, and experts in business. But why does he do this? Okay, it's because he has a product for each person. He has a low ticket product, a high ticket product, and a very high ticket product. Okay, he has a price point for everyone, but you should not be doing this unless you have price points for everyone. Okay, like I said, if you're only selling a high ticket product, then only create content for those people who can afford your product or service. And so that's basically concludes this entire attention generation part. Like I said, he's very omnipresent, high quality content, high volume of content, and he systematized the shit out of his content and automated it. Okay, which has allowed him to create this content empire. And so the next step is his ecosystem. So this is all rented attention, by the way. All the attention you're getting on platforms, that's rented. Okay, you're renting it from the platforms. What he needs to do is own the attention. And how does he do that? He does it by adding the people to his ecosystem, which is his email list. Okay, which is his newsletter. And so all the call to actions that came to his newsletter, it all led them to this, okay? And so what does the newsletter serve? Okay, what is the purpose of it? Essentially, it's a centralized ecosystem. Okay, what it does, it takes all the people from all these platforms and it brings them to one place. Okay, so now he has all his leads, all the information in one place where he can nurture them and get them to eventually buy down the road. Okay, and so this is what the landing page looks like for the newsletter. You have the headline, which is the only newsletter you need to grow your personal brand, value proposition, he also has proof, and he also gives the desired outcome. He has a prompt, obviously, for them to put in their email, and he also has more social proof. And by the way, this is not like little names. This is, fucking one of the people who helped create Shopify. This is literally a billionaire. And so he has, some real fucking proof. Okay. And so how does his email list actually work? Okay. So luckily I was on it for, about a week or so. And so I actually was able to find out the exact cadence, the type of emails he sends. I have all the sauce. Okay, I went fucking deep. Okay, and so he sends email every 2 to 3 days. And so this is what the headlines look like if you want to study that. But when it actually comes to what is inside of the emails, it's packed with value and lead magnets. Okay, so this is just all comes down to providing more value and nurturing the leads even more. Okay, and so here's an example of one of the emails. So what he does is he provides lots of value, and each email has a couple call to actions or has a different call to action. Okay, and so here are the different call to actions he makes in his email. The first one is the call to action to a webinar, and so that's what that looks like. The second one is call to action to YouTube. Okay, why does he do this? Because he wants people to spend more time with him and consume more content, and YouTube is the best place to do that. The second place, what he has set up is a referral flywheel, okay? He basically incentivizes people to refer somebody to them, and he's, even offers a cash, $1,000 for each founder they refer. And so that's also another thing he adds as a call to action, okay? Like I said, it's all systems. He's systematized the shit out of his business. And also call to action to low ticket digital products. Okay, and this is where it comes to the place where I said that he has different price points for different people who are in different stages of his business. And so, for example, in this instance, I put self-liquidating offer, but I don't actually think it matters because all the attention he's getting is free, and so he doesn't even really have a cost to acquire somebody because it's free, other than like the cost of labor and stuff. He's not paying for attention, he's getting it for free. And so this is just him making extra money. This is one of the low ticket products he has, which is $200. And so he's selling those. And so like I said, he's a price point for different people and different journeys of their business. And so those are all the call to actions he's making with his email. It's a very straightforward strategy. 2 to 3 emails, email every 2 to 3 days, provide value, provide lots of lead magnets. In these lead magnets, he's not asking for your email because you're already on it, obviously, but he's always giving out value lead magnets and then different call to actions, either to the webinar, the YouTube, to refer somebody, or to the digital product. Okay, so he's taken all the attention from all these platforms, put it in one place, and he centralized it, and this is where the money is made. Okay, and so he's owning the attention. At the same time, while he's making money, he's also providing more value, building more trust, and building more goodwill with his audience. Okay, so we covered the renting, the attention generation, to him owning the attention. Now let's cover the conversion mechanisms. Okay. His main two conversion mechanisms is the webinar and the consultation call. Okay, I've already covered basically how the webinar works, but the reason why he has these two separate events is because he's leveraging not only one-to-one sales calls, but one-to-many selling. Okay, and the reason why one-to-many selling is good is because, you know, obviously you're selling to lots of people at once, but I think with one-to-many selling that not a lot of people talk about is that when people, and I actually read this from a book called The 48 Laws of Power, which you might have heard of. Oh, fuck. Please don't die. But when people are in a group and you're selling to people in a group, they tend to be more emotional and they tend to be less logical. And so, you know, when emotions are high and you're motivating the shit out of the group and, you know, you have all this momentum going, you typically get better results when you're doing one-to-many selling opposed to if you're just doing one-on-one selling. Okay, because when you're face to face with the person is more logical and, you know, they're not rowdied up in a big group. Okay, and so there is an art form to it. So when it comes to the landing page for the webinar, he has urgency. He has a countdown. And so this is real urgency because this is a webinar. He does, I think, once a week, once every 2 weeks. So this is real urgency. He has a headline. Okay, obviously. He has a sub-headline to sign up. And he also incentivizes people with a lead magnet. So if they attend it, and so this, I don't know if this is just if you sign up you get it or you have to attend it. I don't know if they track that somehow, but he's incentivizing them with a free lead magnet. And so he has also a lot of social proof. And so if you can get one thing from this video, it's make a fuck ton of lead magnets. This guy has so many fucking lead magnets. It's insane. And so, you know, he gets them on the webinar and then he basically, I'm assuming he follows this protocol here where he follows this structure and, you know, goes through the sequence of selling them. And so that's just the one-to-many, that's the webinar. And so he does repeat this, I think, every week. And so, you know, once a week he prints money from these webinars. And then you have the one-on-one selling, which is where they apply for a consultation call. And, you know, you have to answer some questions. And if you're qualified enough, you qualify for the consultation call, which I'm assuming is just probably a normal sales call where they, you know, ask you questions, provide value, and then sell you on one of their products. Okay. And so what actually are their products? Well, they have a few different products and services. Like I said, he has a bunch of these low ticket digital products, which is just fucking pure profit, printing money. That's for the people who, you know, are interested in this type of stuff. But for the higher ticket people, he has his mastermind, his community, and also his, I guess, like his more hands-on thing where he actually implements systems. And so I'm assuming, you know, the Founder OS program where he actually implements systems for you is anywhere from 5 to 10K. And then the community is, I think it's annual pricing, maybe 30, 40K a year. And the other thing, I don't know exactly how much that is, but, you know, it's very leveraged. And it's, like I said, he systematized the shit out of it and it's pure profit. Okay. And so that's how he fulfills, and that's the products he's selling. And so the main takeaways I'd say is, first of all, his content strategy, fully systematized, insane flywheel for repurposing content and fully removing himself from the process of creating content, even video format content. Also, the amount of value he's providing not only in videos, but also through lead magnets. Okay. And also when it comes to his newsletters, all the different call to actions he's making for all the different people who can afford different price points. Okay, so whether it's, hey, apply to my mastermind and I'm going to sell you on this thing that's 5 to 10K, or, you know, buy this thing for $200, which will help you make $1,000, $10,000 with it, which then you can go and buy this, you know, fucking product or service. Okay, and also leveraging one-to-many selling and one-on-one selling. Okay, and so what he's done is taken all the millions of eyeballs he's got from all these different platforms, put it all in one place, and in that one place he nurtures and converts. Okay, I'm losing my voice, but this is definitely something where I'd recommend, you know, especially the top of funnel is insane. You know, take whatever you can from this video and run from it. I hope you got some insights. But I already mentioned in this video, we have a completely free AI Scaling Specialist School community where we give you insights on how to leverage AI to separate yourself from the red ocean fucking competition where, you need to separate yourself, and AI is only getting better and better. And so, there's no praying that's going to go away. You need to start leveraging it, either adapt or die. Okay. And so it's the first link in the description. It's completely for free. Free insights right away as you join. And I hope you got some value. If you did, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.